I don't know what looks more dead, this plant or my face.
Oh, I feel like you feel better than you look. in
Absolutely.
the nicest way possible.
I look like a monster right now. Like, I look like I got beat up in the head.
It's Halloween, baby. This is your mask.
Exactly, baby. I'm a hair transplant patient for Halloween.
He's a survivor.
A survivor. Guys, I got a hair transplant, by the way, like 2-3 days ago. So I got a shit ton of anesthesia.
Yeah.
And I kept asking for more and more because it kept hurting. And that does numbers to you because once you're done and you start recovering, you start to feel all that anesthesia
He was on
just
one
sitting in your head.
He was feeling good.
I look rough. If you're listening right now, just make sure to tune in the next day so you can see exactly what I look like, because I look monstrous. But yeah, let's roll the intro so we can go more into it. But yeah,
let's do it.
Roll the intro. It's coffee time, baby.
Woo-hoo!
All right, guys. Just got a hair transplant, but we're that committed, baby. We're bringing you another podcast on this fine Monday morning.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm Heath.
I'm Zane.
And
this is Zane and Heath Unfiltered.
We got to figure out a smoother way to say that. Wait, let's do. Hey, guys. I'm Heath.
I'm Zane.
And this is Zane and Heath Unfiltered. Wow. I'm
feeling really good. It's like positive vibes in here. I swear to God, I'm not on medication. I swear to God.
He's just like over here touching the couch, just feeling the pumpkins and
He
shit.
just introduced me to like decaf instant coffee, and I'm obsessed with it.
Baby, I know my
it's
shit.
So good. So, again, third day of my hair transplant surgery. It went fantastic. Couldn't feel a thing.
Yeah, you said it was super smooth. Everything
Yeah.
was great, the whole process. But how is the recovery going for you?
Recovery is a bitch. Like every night I have to sleep at a 45-degree angle so I don't fuck up the grafts on my head, on my sides. It's so sensitive. Like you could take your hand and swipe on top of my head and all the hairs will come off.
Every hair that falls out is $10. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they actually
like, no.
They gave me a discount. It was actually $8 a graft because I got to post about it a little bit. Say, okay, go to Dr. Craig Ziering. I highly recommend it. I recommend
to people out there who are interested in doing it. I mean, I'm super down to do it. So seeing your process and how smoothly it went makes me definitely
the night before I was so scared. I was breathing so hard. Like Mariah, Heath, they were both like saying like calm down, and I just kept freaking out because like we were looking up videos of like FUT transactions.
Oh, that's what the doctors are doing, baby. Say another one.
But the procedure is intense. They're cutting a slab of your like scalp.
Yeah, when you sent that picture in the group chat, I wanted to puke.
Yeah, it was.
Can we show that, or is that?
Yeah,
it's
the
picture.
Can we show it?
Unfiltered.
You know what, Mariah? You're right.
Slap
it's unfiltered.
that bitch right in the middle.
Let's show it. If we get whatever, it's fine. I think we're fine. You can show shit like that on YouTube.
Yeah, it's literally a chunk, probably like a ½ inch deep of skin, and probably 3 inches by an inch of just hair and just skin and fat. It's crazy.
From basically ear to ear on the back of my head. So basically, they took it from my donor area. That's the area where hair always grows. It never stops growing there, which is crazy. Took out that piece. They sewed it back up. They had 5 different ladies cut up my slab of hair. They each were single-handedly picking out every single follicle and had it all together. The way they insert it is crazy. They put all my little hairs on their what's the part that's between your thumb and finger? That little Coke dip. What's that called?
Oh, you know the little.
I've heard it was called a Coke dip, but I don't know what it's called. But they just have it in there, and one by one they tweeze it in, and it takes like 5 seconds to tweeze each hair in, and I
couldn't imagine doing that 3,000 times.
3,300.
Ugh.
Nuts.
I don't want to brag, but it was 3,300 hairs I got.
Yeah, it was super, super fucking expensive. I've been saving up for it. It's so worth it. And I feel like it's going to be worth it. And like the support that I've gotten from you guys, I just posted a video about it. The comments, you guys have been so supportive. And I really appreciate that because this could have gone a completely different route. Like you guys could have all like just fucking.
Really, Zane? So that's what we're going to do now. Okay, we go to LA. We need a new fucking hairdo.
Yeah. We all knew you needed it.
Yeah. No, we all did. And we all did. Mariah, you see, that's why I like Mariah. You're so truthful.
Oh, honey, it's okay. We all knew you needed it.
Fucking, just stay right there. But yeah, so that kind of happened. I know you're gonna get it at some point.
Yeah,
I can't wait
I
for
think
you
I'm
to
gonna
get
wait
it.
till after Thanksgiving because I'm going to Mariah's family, and I don't want to show up like what you look
Like
like.
this.
Yeah, right.
I'm thankful for my new hairline.
Mariah's gonna have like little cousins being like, "Oh, this is Heath." They'd be like, "Oh, what's wrong with this face?"
Why does he look like a wee character?
It's Frankenstein.
Zane, I gotta stop looking at your face.
It's the droopy eyes that really make me look scary.
Yeah, it's
Like-
just because you're so swollen and it makes your eyes look more sunk in.
So stop looking at me then. Look somewhere
I
else.
can't.
Look somewhere else.
I didn't expect your face was gonna swell up this much.
Yeah.
But I remember like the night after you had it, no, the morning after you had it done, I walked into your bedroom and I was like, "Oh my God, he doesn't even know how he looks right now," because it was
Yeah.
just huge.
I remember you walking in and I had my neck pillow and I was just sitting there like I was dying, just sitting there, just looking
So
straight.
no regrets. Any advice that you could give to somebody who would want to get it?
Yeah,
AKA me.
if you're gonna get it and you want to get it, then go fucking get it.
Yeah.
Fuck anybody that's gonna judge you for that shit.
Right.
Like I felt so good walking out of there. Like right now, like knowing that I have it and you guys are all sitting in front of me. I'm sitting in front of this podcast in front of all of you listening and watching. I'm glad I got it. I don't fucking care. This
Right.
is me. This is who I am. I wanted my bald spots. I wanted my receding hairline to come up.
So I made it come up.
Exactly. And I'm gonna turn up.
I know I need it because my parents didn't say not to do it. They're like, well, you could use it, and if you want to get it, we support that. And I think
That's
you should
great.
make the appointment within the next month. All right.
They're like, we'll even pitch in. It's like, Jesus, Mom.
No, but they're super supportive, and I think I'm gonna do it too.
Good job. What
You
about
inspired
you?
me.
What about you, Mariah?
Do I need it? Wait,
Hair transplant, Mariah.
We could be the hair transplant crew.
ooh, I
Just
like
all
that.
of us. That'd be fun. So last podcast, I talked about me waking up in a random stranger's house and I pissed myself.
Tophers.
Yeah, Tophers. Obviously, I
have
pissed
an
myself.
update?
I have an update.
What more can there be?
Everybody, pull out your phones.
Incoming airdrop time.
So I
You get
just,
a picture. You get a picture.
I have it right.
so I decided to check my DMs yesterday through Instagram. Sometimes I do that, and I came across this one girl. I click her thing, and it's a video of me in this house.
I'm looking at this. This looks bad already.
Should we click play all right now?
Yeah,
All
click
right,
play.
you ready?
Whoa,
Crazy.
That's really,
What?
you don't know who
I-
that is?
That's scary.
Describe the video of what it is.
So
It's-
it's a video of the girl recording Zane. Then it pans up to her face, and she's making like a what the fuck kind of disgusted face.
Well, of course, because this girl has no idea who I am. I have no idea who this girl is. It looks like somebody handed me off to her. I'm just, again, fuck. Like, I don't think I have a problem. But when we go out, I do drink a lot.
Yeah.
But that one date is fucking crazy because, like, I've never been in a situation like that where, like, I was.
that's
you
that's
never,
that's
you
a
never
total
wander
blackout.
off.
Yeah.
You never
And-
leave your groove.
Exactly. So I just thought it was crazy that I saw that. I immediately apologized to her and I thanked her. I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like, you did not have to do that, but you did that. And she was like, no worries, blah, blah, blah. I just want to make sure you're okay. And I just thought that was crazy.
What else is crazy is that Dom actually commented on our last podcast video and was like, damn, sad face.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, why is he commenting on the podcast saying that? So I texted him and he was like, that's fucked up. Like, Zane didn't remember me taking care of him at the end of the night. And like, you guys are like making it seem like he didn't have any friends there, but Dom was sitting there doing everything he could. I was like, I don't think Zane remembers you being there.
So he showed me, and I was like, dude, I don't remember. Like, Dom DM'd me that night or DM'd me the next day about that night, but I didn't know if he was there or not because maybe he got sent the picture too. So I wasn't sure because JC also DM'd me saying, you good, Poppy? So in my head was like this, somebody sent this picture out to everybody.
Or they were there.
Exactly, but I didn't think
Yeah.
that in my head because when I woke up, I didn't know anybody at this house. So like,
What we got to
crazy.
do is get you blacked out wasted again so you can retrace your footsteps.
yeah, right? It all comes back to
It's
him.
like the Hangover where they
Yeah.
all wake up and they just start like
Right.
figuring out their way back.
But did
Funny.
you have to pay for any couch damages from your pee?
No,
Nothing?
it was outside.
It was an outside couch?
It was an outside situation.
Oh.
So I think I pissed outside. May have missed. Landed on my pants.
Oh.
So maybe I wasn't as drunk
pissed
as I thought I
outside.
was.
I forgot to take my wiener out, but I was. I
He's
peed
Oh
outside.
standing outside.
Imagine Zane standing out by a tree, and he's just. Zane, you got to take it out first.
I've seen you at the Denny house like that before.
Oh, I've been there.
Oh, guys, can we talk about our little rock sale?
Our little rock sale. We were there for 3 hours.
Some guy was selling rocks.
It was a cardboard sign that said rock sale at 9. And we were like, what is a rock sale?
And I did not think it was like rocks. I thought it was like something else. I just did not think it was a rock sale. Like
Just rock and roll albums. Like,
I don't know,
sale at
something.
discount.
Yeah.
Sure enough, it was every type of rock you could think of. What was there? There was sedimentary.
There's sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous.
I immediately rolled my eyes. I walked in. I was like, "Oh God, how long are we gonna be in here for?" And then, of course,
Literally, yeah.
We walked in with the mindset of like kind of roasting it. Like
Yeah.
we were kind of like laughing, and then we started learning about it. Me and Matt were in the corner like, look at this
Yeah,
one.
some of those-
Zane's on the ground.
He has a spray bottle
Right?
spritzing them because it makes it look like
Makes
they've
them
been,
shinier.
Like,
Polished.
polished.
Makes it
Five
polished.
minutes into it, I'm looking around and everybody's doing their own rock thing and they're all super interested. I'm like, wait, we're all like dead ass into this shit right now. It was so interesting.
I'm making a whole rock museum for myself, which I brought home. By the way, I spent $103.
I
on
could not
rocks.
believe you did that because I like only bought 2 rocks.
He's
It was
jealous.
like $5, and I was like, this is enough. I only need 2 rocks, and then I left and I checked your Instagram story, and it was like you had a whole
$100
collection.
deep.
But rocks are something I feel like a lot of people take for granted. Like you don't really realize the beauty until you're like sitting there spraying them with a water bottle.
Yeah.
And looking at all the different layers and the colors. Like it's gorgeous.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little. My head's starting to hurt a little bit. I got to tense up a little bit. Oh, you know what? Can I take this off?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my God. Remember, $9 a hair.
Oh my god.
This is making my hair real tight. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm like just exposing this all on camera right now.
It
But
looks
Baby, let it
so
breathe.
good from back here.
does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's growing in already?
It looks full, right?
He's growing a garden.
Well, you better say bye because they're all gonna disappear in like 2 days when I wash it out. They said don't freak out, but your hairs are gonna fall out when you're showering. And I was like, that's
And
gonna
then,
freak
and then
me
you
out.
just gotta hope that they come back in.
Dude, that's actually nuts. I just hope that they fucking
That's scary.
grow back in. Oh man.
The rock sale was very fun.
It was very wholesome. I think it was the most wholesome thing we've ever done as a group.
Yeah, if you ever come across the opportunity.
Rock sales are the new lemonade stand.
Yeah, let's move on. We're talking about rocks for way too much.
Let's talk about Halloween. That's coming up soon. This is our last episode before
Well, I'm pretty much there right now.
he's in costume.
I actually brought a costume with me.
Did you really?
Yeah,
He puts his bonnet back on.
I call this the old Zane, the old Iron Man Zane hairline.
Careful.
Oh my gosh.
And Zane's going hard on his hairline right now.
Oh my god. Wait, that actually
It
does look like your
It looks
hairline.
like my hair.
Holy
No,
shit.
it looks like you with the plastic
Careful,
face.
Zane.
it
Oh my God.
does. So yeah, Zane's putting on the.
Okay, yeah, we get it, we get
It's
it.
not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth
No,
it.
not worth it.
All right, so Halloween is coming up. Anybody got any plans here?
I don't think so. I think.
Stas and Kels are throwing something.
Oh yeah, they
Are
are.
they?
Right.
Yeah.
Zane's like,
You got
huh?
invited, but I didn't.
But I didn't.
I think I'm going to the Minecraft party tomorrow, though. The guy who invented Minecraft is
That
at
sounds
his
so
house.
Matt King.
Well, oh, come on.
I've been to the Minecraft house like
Oh,
eight
it's
times in
insane,
my life.
right?
It's insane.
and it's so well decorated and stuff. But when you go there, you're like, well, who's throwing this party? Like, is like
Yeah.
some brand doing it? And no, he just throws them.
Is it called the Minecraft house, or is it the owner, the guy who invented Minecraft?
The guy who invented Minecraft
house.
owns the house.
Where
Got
is
it.
it?
And I think it's like in the Bel Air Hills, I think. But what's weird is like the Minecraft guy, he's like never there.
So he like basically rents out his house to different
To
people
throw
that want
parties.
No, he throws the party.
He does.
Yeah, but
That seems kinda
he's like it's like
sketch.
he's like the Great Gatsby. He
E-
just
exactly,
like,
it's not
he just
sketch,
throws
it's
He's
these
an entertainer.
these parties, and he just like hangs low.
Imagine being like a billionaire though, and you can afford to do that and just throw parties for hundreds and thousands of people and just sit back and watch. Like, I did this.
I feel
party.
like that's sad at the same time. Like just being that fucking rich and
Oh,
just
that'd be awful.
having parties and having like thousands of people just in your house just drinking. I don't know. Like I just if I were to look at that, I'd be like, fuck.
Obviously, having that much money would be like insane, but I feel like it's got to be a kind of bad feeling.
Of course.
So we're
Yeah,
like,
I mean, just
to-
guilty.
Just
kinda.
having that much money where nothing is exciting anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I'm
like,
sure, like for him, like that's exciting to like throw something for people to watch them have fun.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to look forward to anymore. Everything you want, you could afford. It's not like you're working hard. Like, I want this, jacket or this car or whatever, and you work for it, and like it is rewarding. I feel like once you have that money, it's like
Yeah.
you can buy whatever. You could buy every Lamborghini in the whole United States.
Yeah, you've beaten the game of life. Like
Yeah.
there's no like the token system. You have the ultimate cheat code.
Now it's
Do whatever
time.
you want.
Like you beat the game of life. Now it's just time to give. You know,
Yeah.
like when you have
Yeah.
so much money, where like you just don't need all that money, just start donating.
Oh, I would have
Yeah.
so much fun with that.
That would be fun.
That would
knowing,
be fun, yeah.
knowing you could change so many people's lives and just being able to do that
Yeah.
like this, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Can we please talk about the cute day that we had after the rock sale?
Oh, when we went driving around and
Oh, that was
sight saw.
fun.
Every time we go to Heath's neighborhood, I don't know who brought it up, Heath or Matt. Like one of you,
Matt did.
I did. The first time I pulled into Heath's neighborhood, I was like, I feel like this is like where E.T. was set. Like this neighborhood looks just like the neighborhood
Ding,
in the
ding,
movie
ding.
Yeah.
E.T. And sure enough, we looked it up, and they did shoot like the entire movie out in his. In
So
Heath's
crazy because
neighborhood.
it literally looks like my street.
it's a great place to film. Like
Oh,
the
it's the
streets are
best.
so wide, like the
Amazing.
neighborhood's beautiful.
Pretty quiet too.
Everything is like perfect here. But we got to go see that. He really wanted to see the park that the kids like rode their
With the
bikes
worm?
through.
Yeah,
with the
or
worm.
it's like a caterpillar
yeah.
playground thing. And Mariah and I started getting so excited. We were like dogs getting dropped off at a dog park. We were just like,
We're both so into that stuff. Like, I know movies are fake, but just being there, like, I think everything's so real.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, E.T. was here.
No, I get
Like,
it.
I was so
and,
excited.
And the thing is, and I didn't get excited because I've never seen E.T. before. So like I didn't get that
God,
same.
you suck.
I know, I suck. But like I do get excited when we're somewhere. Like if we're anywhere.
If it was a Game of Thrones scene with
Location.
Macy Williams touching something.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%. I'd be fucking. I'd kiss the floor. But no, I totally get the excitement. I just loved Matt touching the worm, and he was just like, okay, I touched it.
I'm like, I just got to get out and touch it. Like that's it.
He's gonna be such a fucking grandpa when he's older.
He's gonna be an amazing dad.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to it.
Oh, here we go.
I muttered that to myself when I was driving today. I saw this really cute family, and I was like, God, I want a kid.
Oh man.
You know what's-
But no, Mariah, like you like looking at film locations like me, and you
Oh,
were
yeah.
saying you live really close to one.
Yeah, I live in Pasadena, and that's where the first Halloween movie was filmed.
Really?
So every time friends or family come to visit, I bring them to Pasadena. I take them to Michael Myers' house. I take them to Laurie's house. I
It's
take
so
them
crazy.
to the Hedge. Like, I will go every other week. Like, I get so excited.
Remember when we used to always take people to the American Horror Story house because we
Oh,
got so excited that
yeah.
it was right there. It just looked exactly the same.
It's weird
so
seeing the
fun.
stuff in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And it's crazy how close we are to the office from the office.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like right in Van Nuys.
really
I've never
cool.
been to it, but I heard it's.
I want
gotta
to.
take
I
a
want to
field
take.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna
remember
take
when
my
I thought it was in
parents.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah, you're like, oh, wait, no, it's not. It's in Scranton.
Fucking idiot.
I really want to take my family there when they come because they're gonna be here in 2 days.
Oh, okay.
So I'm really excited.
I love your parents.
Thank you. They love you.
Thank you.
They're obsessed with Zane. They love Zane. But yeah, they're coming. They're gonna stay for like a week or so.
What are you guys doing?
Gonna go to Big Bear. We got a little log cabin out there.
Big Bear is beautiful. Well, don't burn it down like the moms on Matt's Facebook page.
Yikes.
By the way, we have the pictures. Can we show the pictures
Oh,
real
you
quick?
found
Oh,
them?
yes,
yeah,
yes, we have
we'll
the
show them
pictures.
right here. Fuck, it's nuts. It's just so
I
funny
need to see it.
that.
I wonder if they still talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember a couple years ago when?
No, it was like last year, but I'm surprised that my friend's mom didn't find out. Like,
But yeah, quick backtrack. A bunch of Matt's mom's friends' moms all went on a retreat, burned the cabin down, disaster. But you have to see the pictures, so that's why we put it up. So yeah, back to your
pretty
story.
Yeah, no way. So yeah, they're coming into town, and then I'm going back to Florida with them, beginning of November.
Don't miss my birthday.
I changed my flight to come back early on your birthday.
Oh really?
I was gonna surprise
yeah,
you, but
baby.
Happy birthday, Raven.
Oh my
Everybody say-
God!
everybody say
Thank
happy birthday,
you.
Raven.
Thank you.
I
I
can't
can't swim.
But I'm super excited to try out my new little gift that we got.
Oh, what gift we got here?
Our new away bags.
Oh, dude. I have an away bag. and
I
it's
know.
the best. This is honestly my
let me
favorite
bring it
bag,
out.
guys.
Check this out.
Dead ass.
All right, so first of all, I just want to say that Zane has had this bag for literally the past year, and I always get so jealous when we travel because I had like a shitty boo-boo bag, and I've always loved his. What's really cool... Ooh, he just hit his hairline.
Bunked my head. My fresh hairline that I just got.
What's really cool about them is that they have a portable charger in the back of the suitcase, which is really cool.
And it really does last a lifetime.
Well, they have a lifetime warranty, so if anything does happen, they'll replace it,
Oh,
or they'll
okay.
actually give you a new one.
Ooh,
What's
see?
another cool thing is that they have the built-in zipper locks, which are all TSA approved, so you don't have to worry about getting a lock that might not work. They can't get into it. These are already good to go, so you don't have to worry about that. The shell of them is like a hard carbonate type texture. So they're stiff, they're rugged. Your belongings inside aren't going to get crushed, ruined, or anything like that.
Yeah,
but it's also super lightweight. What's crazy is how excited I get for stuff like this. Like, as I've gotten older, we don't have toys.
Yeah.
We don't have stuff at this age where we're like, but dude, it's crazy. Like luggage and suitcases and just stuff like this makes me so excited because it's the one thing that I can buy for myself where I'm like, wow, this is fun. So they sent us these carry-on bags and I was like, holy shit, these are really cool.
Yeah.
So I went on their website and actually saw their other products. They've got, I actually placed an order for a suit bag that goes into here.
Oh, you got the suit bag also?
I ordered the suit, so it covers my suit and it folds directly into there. I also ordered a Diddy bag. It's a fold-down Diddy bag with like 3 layers.
Hold on, where is it? I got to see this.
It's on the way. I haven't gotten it yet, but I placed the order for it.
Oh, that's incredible.
I ordered that, and then I also got, their backpack is so sick. So
I love how
it's
excited.
No,
It's
seriously.
I mean, I do too. I mean, this is like good. This is like adult toys. Like this is like,
and it's such good quality and it's sleek. But the backpack is really sick because like every time I go to the airport, I take my backpack off and I try to find a way to wrap it around here so I can carry both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they have a backpack that has a slip. So you slide the slip of the backpack onto this and it won't fall off. And it's meant to be on top. Dude, it's the sickest thing. I'll show you.
Wow. And I also like to use mine to sit on too when I'm waiting for flights.
They're very firm.
Very firm and very strong. So
they come in a bunch of different colors. They have different sizes, and they have an aluminum one, which is like a shiny aluminum outside case. I don't know if you've seen
I haven't seen that one.
It's like a fancier, like bougie one, but they're really nice.
No, I got me the dark maroon one. I like dark red.
That one's sick.
Matches my car. So.
They've got a whole bunch of different compartments and zippers that fit perfectly for different travel belongings. And then there's also a laundry bag. I don't know if you saw it.
I've seen the laundry. I have the laundry bag.
Every time I go somewhere, I'm like, what do I do with my dirty clothes?
Yeah.
But now I got a laundry bag. I absolutely love this product. Thank you, Away, for sending me one. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. Mine is somewhere here. I want to show mine off too, but I think it's back there. But mine is dark maroon red. I love it so much. It's like my favorite bag. I use
really
it
nice.
every time I travel. But we do have a discount for you guys today.
If you guys want to get $20 off one of these amazing bags, just go to awaytravel.com/unfiltered and use code unfiltered at checkout, and you'll get the instant discount right there.
Perfect.
They give you 100 days to try it out, travel with it, do whatever you want. If you don't like it, send it back, and they give you 100% money back.
100 days?
That's crazy.
For 100% back?
I really recommend it. So if you guys want to try it out, once again, go to awaytravel.com/unfiltered and then type in unfiltered at checkout for your promo code.
UNFILTERED.
Beautiful. Thank you again, Away, for sending us this. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for sponsoring our podcast. That's really sweet of you.
I love it.
I love it too.
It's so weird how I gravitate to stuff like that. Like, all right.
Since it's Halloween, I think we should tell like a couple of scary stories.
Oh my God, we're telling spooky campfire stories.
Spooky stories. You want to start or me?
You start it.
Me start. Okay.
Because I feel like you got one really good.
I have a really good one, and I wish I can have her here so she can really explain it. But I'm going to do my best. So, fun fact: this girl that I'm talking about, I lost my virginity to.
Oh, shouts out!
This is a scary story.
Poor thing.
Poor thing. So that's so unimportant, but I feel like I had to say it. She's
a part of you.
She's a part of my life. She's a really like good friend of mine too.
And you're not a virgin.
And I'm not a virgin.
Let's make that clear.
Hey guys, I've had sex before. I did it, and I look like this.
Oh
Thank you.
God.
So this friend of mine, she went to summer camp and she ended up kissing this boy. It was her first kiss.
You're getting jealous.
So yeah, like they had a fling, whatever, and then they went back home after summer, and that's it. And then later, like that year, next year, she finds out that this person that she had her first kiss with, he killed his parents. Like,
no.
Yeah, some shit went down. He killed his parents. He hid his parents' bodies in their room, and he threw a party after.
Jesus Christ.
A full-on house party. And some of his friends, like, kind of knew. I think a couple of his close friends knew, but they didn't say anything. But there's a specific moment that she told me that they remembered was when they were playing beer pong. The ball would always, like, every time it would bounce off the table, it would go to the corner next to the room, and it would always go into a puddle of blood. because the blood was already coming out of the room.
What?
Because where he hit his
This
parents.
is some
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe shit.
Sick
Yes.
fucking shit. But this is like, it's scary because this is someone I know. It's so close. It's
This
so
sounds like a
connected.
campfire story.
No, I swear to God, no, it's real. Look it up.
How
what?
did he kill them? Shoot them?
With a hammer. It was like a hammer. He hit him
Oh,
in the head. Yeah.
dear.
So
Oh my God.
after the house party, he ended up going out of town with his friends somewhere to New York and had the whole weekend, whatever, like, and, you know, he was acting normal. His friends said that he was acting normal. And then the cops ended up finding the parents' bodies. And when he came back, shit just went down. I don't know the full story. Matt, I should have asked you to look up the story and
I'm
research a
kind
little
of
bit.
starting to Google it because I was like, I gotta see. Some,
Yeah,
like,
but
official-
he ended up like confessing, and now he's in jail.
Oh my God.
For life, I'm guessing.
No, he's getting out pretty soon, I think.
And he gets out once a year, every Halloween night.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is really fixing.
a ping pong ball just like starts rolling on the floor to the
It
corner.
reminded the SpongeBob episode with the what's the
hash
spatula,
slinging,
I don't know,
the
it just
dash
reminds me
hanging.
of that. But she jokes with me every time I see her. She's like, "Well, yeah, my first kiss was with a serial killer. So, what was your first kiss like?"
I mean, that's kind of a crazy thing to be able
A
to say.
serial killer's first kiss. So.
yeah, she brags about it all the time. It's so funny. That's her humor.
Oh,
though,
I do
but-
not like that story.
Yeah, it's pretty like it's.
Yeah, that
pretty
made me feel a
cringe,
little
yeah.
uneasy.
It's
Do
wheezy.
you think they were like, no, you can't throw a party tonight?
No, it was no, it was
like that's. I'm sorry.
no, it was something. No, you can't. I'm gonna do what I want. Bow. Oh God, this is awful. We should not be making fun of this.
Yeah, I feel like sick to my stomach.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sad. Well, this is Halloween, baby. This is the last
Yeah.
podcast of Halloween. We got to make it spooky. Heath, I know you
gotta-
got something
Top
cooking
that.
up in here.
Top that.
I got a pretty scary Halloween story.
Go ahead.
I was in high school.
Go ahead.
I was trick-or-treating. Yes, I trick-or-treated through high school. I was with Gabe, and we were walking around my neighborhood, and you know how strict my mom is.
Yeah. Was she with you?
No.
She was holding her back.
It was my first year I got to go alone.
She
I was a
chugged your
senior. She was always big about not crossing the street. I wasn't allowed to cross the street. Like a main intersection.
How old were you?
I was like 17. I love you, Mama, but this is crazy. She like would not let me cross the street. So we were out trick or treating. She was like, "Whatever you do not cross Peters." Peters was the road.
Oh,
And
come
I was
on.
like,
That's not even
You
that
know,
bad.
it's like a 2-lane each
Whatever.
way. So I was not allowed to cross Peters. I'm not, Mom. I swear, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trick or treating, and we get up to the edge of the road, and then Gabe was like, "Should we do it?" And this sounds so
17.
lame. This sounds so lame. And he was like, "Should we do it?" I mean,
Yo, 17, I was drinking. I was fucking.
and I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cross the street. I don't care. It's my night to trick or treat."
Ooh.
As soon as we go to take our first step to run across the street, my mom drives by, literally as I'm walking, and she literally is like this.
Oh, like,
And she was like, "You're not gonna cross the street, are you?" And I was like, "No." And then we literally stopped, and then
You know she was sitting there
just
all
waiting.
night,
Like, here
just
he goes.
waiting.
Here he goes. He's about to do it. Just oh, here he goes. Whoop.
Mr. Sar, you
And that
know
was-
you stayed there all night. You know you
That
fucking
was my
camped there.
scariest thing. The one thing I wasn't allowed to do.
I feel like she knows so much about you that you don't even know
Oh,
she knows.
I know for sure.
That's why she doesn't
bad.
say anything when she listens to the podcast because she already knew.
Yeah.
All the things that you're like, my mom doesn't know this, but
Like
she already
me-
knows.
Imagine she's like outside with your dad listening, smoking a cigarette, and she's just like, oh, he knows now.
Yeah, that was the scariest thing that ever happened to me on Halloween.
Spooky fucking story. That was scarier than my story, to be completely
Did you get in
honest.
trouble? Did you get in trouble at all? Did
Yeah,
you
I
get
got
grounded?
I got reamed.
When you got grounded, was it like just for a night, a week, privileges taken away?
I didn't really get grounded. It was more just disappointing my parents that I would ground myself almost.
Oh,
I know what
okay.
you mean. Yeah, same.
Where I felt guilty if I wanted to do anything.
You didn't even want to ask to go out,
Right,
or
right.
ask to do anything.
It was my dad's look. He would just
Oh,
because he's like 6'4", 280 pounds, and he's not like fat. He's just big.
yeah.
And just disappointing him or But he already looks like he hates everybody.
Yeah,
But he's the nicest dude.
Yeah.
Zane was like, dude, I think your dad hates me. I'm like, no, not at all. Why? He's like, just the looks that I get. He's very intimidating.
Yeah, he's scary. But you said all your friends said that.
Every
You said-
single friend that
Yeah.
has ever come over to my house.
But I was saying, you're talking about like whenever you're grounded, you feel like you're guilty. You
Yeah.
disappoint yourself. I'm the complete opposite. When I'm grounded, I sneak out. I would sneak
Nope.
out. I was like, you know what? Like, fuck this. Like, I shouldn't be in trouble. I didn't do anything bad. I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna wait till my parents went to sleep.
Oof. And then you get in more trouble.
No, but then I get in more trouble. But yeah, but I wasn't a bad kid though. Like the shit I got in trouble for, other people wouldn't get in trouble for though.
But you'd
like if I stayed out too late by mistake and like I come back, it's like you're grounded for the weekend. In my head, it's like, oh come on, like I'm not like I shouldn't be in trouble for that.
But you're
it's like-
sneaking out. What
like,
are you sneaking out to do? Volunteer?
Well, no, I mean, it's just
I'm a good
honestly
kid.
just hanging out. I wasn't doing drugs.
Right.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I was drinking alcohol.
yeah.
How was your
pretty good.
method of sneaking out?
Right through I had a window right next to my bed.
Classic.
Right next to my bed. It was like you literally like you wait, pop out, and then you rolled right out of the bushes.
Wow. I feel like
Yeah.
they didn't have like home security systems back then, like weren't as advanced as they are
Of course
today.
not,
Like
yeah.
you open up a
Absolutely
window
not.
in a house
Beep,
and it's like
beep,
beep beep. Like yeah.
And now everybody's got rings. They've got the Arlo cameras.
I've seen people be fucking sneaky on those cameras. There was one that I saw where it was a bunch of guys trying to sneak a girl out. So they dressed up the girl as
Oh,
a
that's
dude
funny.
in a hoodie. So when they were all leaving, she just looked like another dude walking out. And it was the funniest thing. It was like
That's
on the
really
ring app.
good.
We did that sometimes. We would sneak girls into my friend's house and dress them up as guys
Oh.
and act like they were part of the gang and they were spending the night. And we would like walk them up like upstairs
What
to
the
like
hell?
his upstairs, and
That's
his mom would
smart.
be like, "Hey boys, how you doing?" And the girl would just have her hood on and just come up.
That's really
funny.
Good times. Mariah, did you ever sneak out?
No. I was like Heath. I was too scared to disappoint them. I was too scared to do anything.
Yeah.
I had a friend whose mom would like put like a piece of tape on like her door. And then so she would know the next day if the piece of tape was like loose or stretched.
That's smart
Like
as
a
hell.
tiny
Really
little piece
smart.
of like tape, and then
Yeah.
she would know if the door's been open
And if
because
it's-
they won't know the person opening
Right.
the door
Yeah.
that's been opened, but you can tell by
I
how the tape.
thought you were about to
is.
say the tape on like liquor bottles.
Oh, I know.
They,
Oh,
they
yeah, a lot
used,
of
they used to
people
put
do
a
that.
marker on like liquor bottles so like parents would know. if,
So you
like,
could
kids
check the
were
level.
drinking. Yeah, that was in all our friends' houses. Every house had like always bottles, and there would be a marker.
That's funny. My parents knew I wasn't drinking it. They didn't put lines on anything.
I knew some people who like would steal their parents' alcohol, like the vodka, pour it out, and then fill up their vodka with water.
Oh, my brother
that
did
was
that.
that was
Like, are
that
you
was very-
stupid?
that.
Obviously, your parents are going to go to drink that one day and it's going to be water.
Yeah, but like
you-
you wouldn't really taste it though. You can't really taste unless you have a lot of it. But like if you just have a couple shots, you won't be able to taste it.
No, my mom knew. My older brother used to do that, and my mom knew. She would tell us all the time. She was like, "Does he think I'm stupid?"
I actually want to talk about, since we're talking about house parties, and I really want Matt to talk about his story after I'm done with mine. But the time where my neighbor decided to throw a party when my stepdad was watching the house. Did I tell you about this?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
So my neighbor was leaving out of town, and so my friend who lives there, he was just by himself. His parents were out of town. We wanted to throw a party there, and we were like, you know what? Let's invite all the popular kids from high school. Let's make this the best, coolest party we've ever thrown, and we're gonna be the ones.
We're going to
throwing it.
show those popular
Yeah.
kids who's really
Exactly.
cool.
We're going to be the cool ones throwing the party with a bunch of alcohol and whatever here. Let's do this. So we planned it all out. The next day, it's like Friday night. It's like tonight's the night. We buy a bunch of alcohol. The entire backyard is filled up with alcohol. We have tables, everything. I tell my mom and stepdad, I'm like, hey, me and Ella, we're going to Sawgrass. We're going to the mall for the night. Normally, that was the thing to do when you're in high school. You'd always go to the mall. Like that was the only thing to do on weekends. So I told them we were going to the mall, but we weren't. We went straight to my friend's house, and people started to arrive. All the popular girls from our high school all showed up right in front of my house. They're like, Zane.
Oh,
They're all yelling,
shit.
and my light turns on, and I'm like, shit, run. So I grab all the girls, and we start running. And
Why'd they go to your house?
because they didn't know where the house was. We gave the address, but you know those
Yeah, yeah.
cul-de-sacs. You kind of just get out and you just try to look for the house because you can't see.
And
the
they knew that
address.
was yours. Yeah.
Exactly. So we run, and we all run to the house, and then at this point, there's like people at the party now. And my stepdad walks out and he sees that there's a party going on. So he goes back in his room. I immediately dip. I leave the party. I'm like, I cannot be here anymore. At this point, they think I'm at the mall with Ella.
Yeah.
Ella was my best friend from back home. They think I'm at the mall with her. So my stepdad goes to the party. I'm on the other side of the neighborhood waiting. I just hear on the phone, someone's on the phone while I'm out there. I just hear the phone, him just grabbing everybody's beers. Get the fuck out of the house. I hear beer smashing, just people screaming,
Holy shit.
everything.
And he's an FBI agent. Like,
Yes, he's a
badass
former
dude.
FBI agent. And I'm just like, oh my God, tell everybody to leave. So everybody is leaving. Apparently he's smashing beer outside of the house, just yelling. Everybody's
my
running
God.
away. At the corner of his eye, he sees Ella dip from the back of the house.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
no.
And at that moment, I was like, fuck. I didn't know that this happened though.
Yeah.
So after it all calmed down, 30 minutes later, I go back to my house. I walk into my house.
Like
I
you
close-
did.
I thought I got away with
He
it.
like runs.
That's exactly what I did. I sprinted, open the door, I close it, I turn, I walk in my house, I turn to the kitchen, and they're both standing right there
Damn.
behind each other. And I'm like, hey guys. My mom's like, can you come over here real quick?
Oh, my heart. Oh,
Yeah. I walk right up to her and she goes, where were you tonight?
my gosh.
And I go, the mall. He goes, we're going to give you one more chance. Where were
That's
you?
the wor- What do you do? What do you do? Do you stick with it or do you just break?
What happens after the
Imagine
chance?
that's us as parents. We do that like
Oh,
every
shit.
once a month. We just do that. Like I'm gonna give
Are
you
you
one
sure?
more chance.
I'm gonna take that in my parent toolbox, like for the future. Just really launch that.
Let's
one
try
out.
this one more time.
It's a good
Oh
tactic.
my god.
So they asked one more time, and I couldn't lie. That was it. I was like, I was at Nick's house. I was at a party, the party down the street, and he goes, "Is this your bowl too?" He pulls out a broken bowl.
Oh shit.
And immediately, it was like, that's so Raven. I go, zoom, because I remember throughout the night, somebody was complaining about a broken bowl.
Oh,
So I just thought that was the funniest
Oh,
thing,
weird.
that I heard that, and now it's in my FBI stepdad's head.
Oh, fuck.
He's like, is this your bowl too? I'm like, I swear to God, that is not my bowl. That was back. I wasn't even like smoking. I didn't like
Yeah.
weed. And he's like, this is your bowl, isn't it? And my parents were the type of parents where they would get so mad if it was like weed. Anything else, it was like whatever. But like weed was a huge fucking
my parents
no-no.
were super weird about weed too.
Yeah, like huge no-no. Like if they found out I was drinking,
Yeah.
they would be mad, but they would get over it. But weed was just a fucking strict, big no. And that night, I remember they sent me to my room, and I think I cried that night because I knew I was so fucked.
Yeah.
Because I have never been so grounded in my life.
shit.
I got under my covers and I called Ella, and I was like pretty much crying. I was like, Ella, I am so fucked. Like, do you understand how fucked I am? Like, I'm done. Like, I can never go out anymore.
Oh, shit.
And Ella, she didn't get in trouble for shit like that. She could go to parties. She could do
Yeah.
whatever she wants. So, like, she was just like, I'm sorry, Zane. Like,
Oh, honey.
like your parents suck. My parents, I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
was just like, this, you got caught, and that's the consequences. So
That's the worst.
I was
feeling,
grounded for 2 months.
Oof.
2 months is a
that's a
long
season.
fucking time.
So
Yeah,
is
right.
that like you get home from school and you don't do anything? You do your homework and go to bed? Or
Yeah,
like, how does
I
that
go
work?
straight to my
But
room.
like, I'm confused on what grounded is because during the week I didn't do anything anyways.
Yeah.
Well, to us, grounded was simple. Because they would take away our phones and no computers.
I didn't have a phone to take away.
Yeah,
Or
right.
yeah.
Like, I feel like my
Hold
mom
on.
just gave me more chores.
I feel like
We wouldn't be able to go out then. That was grounded.
I lost my Xbox privileges.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that was a huge deal for me.
So going out and playing Xbox was like what you were grounded for, basically, as a kid. If we didn't have phones or
Yeah, but I
computers.
didn't go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, huh?
Like I wasn't. It's not that I wasn't allowed to go out. I just like
I think for
I
me
just
it was
didn't
just like,
ask like you.
there would be like something that would come up and I'd really want to go to it. Like everyone's going to the mall and going ice skating, and they'd be like, "No, you're not going." 'cause
Matt,
you're
me and
grounded."
you were the same. I felt like we had huge fear of FOMO.
Yeah.
Like whenever shit was going down, I did not want to miss out. Like I really wanted to be
Weird.
there. And I know Matt has that too.
Oh,
We
yeah,
both have the same thing.
same.
Do
Like,
you
I wanna
remember
be-
your first time getting drunk?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My
I've-
first time getting drunk, I got into my first like actual fight.
Whoa.
Really?
Oh.
How old? Wait,
Crazy.
Yeah, baby. What's up?
how old were you?
End of junior year.
Oh
And
my God, is this my favorite fight?
I think
I know
so.
this is not good. I know no fight should be your favorite fight, but this one's my favorite fight.
oh my god, it was crazy because I had never been drunk. I didn't know what it was like. I was always scared of it. I just never did it.
Didn't
And
you feel alive?
It was the
Did
weird.
anyone make you want to drink more? I'm like your fucking. I'm like
more.
the devil on
I
your shoulder.
I felt like I was dreaming. It just didn't feel real.
Yeah.
That's why I thought I could get into a fight. No, but the whole night went on. Like, I didn't get like blacked out or anything. I felt good.
Yeah.
It was fun. I just remember having fun and running around a house. End of the night rolls around. My buddy Gabe,
Yeah.
he was messing around with this girl. They weren't like talking. They weren't dating or anything like that. But she had just broken up with this older senior guy.
Yeah.
Huge, like 6'2", just big dude.
Yeah.
And they had broken up, and he wanted to be with her, and she didn't want to be with him anymore. He's like, come on, let's go to the girl, like, come back with me. And she's like, we're over, like, I don't want to be with you anymore. And my buddy Gabe was like, nah, she's staying with me tonight. Come on, let's go. And like, he got really pissed. And they were really good friends. Like, he wasn't actually like hooking up with her. It was just like, it was a joke to piss him off. The guy whose house it was trying to kick him out. Like, no, you got to go. Like, the party was over. Everybody's like going to bed.
He was just a sloppy mess at this point.
And
right?
yeah, he was just being annoying, wouldn't leave. So they're trying to push him out. And he gets into my buddy's face. And I'm like, if he touches him one more time, because he kept pushing Gabe, kept pushing him.
That was your drunk talking too.
Huh? And I was like, if he touches him one more time, I'm gonna fuck him up. So he goes and he pushes him one more time, and I'm like across the room from me to you, and I come running full speed across, and I wham, and I just slammed him across the face. And he falls into the wall, and he looks at me. He's like, Heath, what the fuck? I wasn't talking to you. I was like, you need to go. I don't know who I thought I was.
The door.
It was literally like a movie where he was like in a fight with this person. He gets hit, nothing happens, and then he looks at me, and then he starts coming for me. And he's like, I was like, you gotta go. Like, I don't want to start anything after I had already hit him. I was like, I don't want anything to happen. Like, just leave. We want you to go.
Yeah.
So they're pushing him out of the door, and he's holding on to the jamb. Like, the door jam's being pushed out, and literally we're doing everything. He just will not leave. So I come running over, and I elbowed his fingers, like his fingertips that were holding onto the door.
Ooh.
So I just I was an asshole.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, he wouldn't leave.
No, but he was very like aggressive with her, and she was like, go, I'm not with you anymore. Like, it was like a bad breakup, whatever. But like, I elbowed his fingers, and then he like goes out the door, and like, I walk out with him. I was like, I don't want to fight you. Just please leave. Like, nobody wants you here. She doesn't want to be with you anymore. Just leave.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Ooh,
no.
That's tough to hear, huh?
Yeah.
When you're drunk.
He was like,
He's like your first time getting drunk. Like, you're not an experienced drinker at all.
Experience.
I was just, your boy was on one. He was feeling good. And I was like, okay, I don't want to fight you. Just leave. Like, the night's over. Just go home. And he's like, no, now I want to fight you. And I was in wrestling in high school, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just wrestle him. I know how to wrestle. I was like, I don't know how to fight, but I can wrestle. So he comes walking over, and I single-legged him, picked him up, and I just bodied him. And I'm on top of him, and I'm like literally staring him in the face. I was like, I don't want to hit you right now. Just go home. Like, that's it. Go home. He's like, okay, I'm done.
This is hot.
I know Mariah's like, that's my man.
He's not done because he's embarrassed at this point. He ain't done.
He was pissed.
Oof.
So he was like, okay. So as I go to like stand up and take my leg off of him to get up, he grabs me by the throat, rolls me over, and gets on top of me.
No.
And he goes, boom, and hits me in my face. And I remember I was like, okay, now this is real. Now we're in a fight. I was like, fuck this. So I reached up, grabbed him, and I rolled him off of me. We both stood up, and we're looking at each other like, me to Zane, like maybe like right here. And he's like, oh, you want to fucking hit me now? He's like, hit me. I literally ran. I jumped up into the air, grabbed the back of his head, and I kneed him across.
Hey.
I don't know what happened. I've never done this. I couldn't even like fake do the move without him being there. But I literally ran, jumped, grabbed him, kneed him across his forehead, split his head open wide. Literally just gushing blood.
Yeah, this is what he looked like after.
He fell back into the car. And like, I was like, holy fuck. Like, I was like, okay, now stay out. And I remember walking back into the house, and he ended up walking off because he lived like not too far away. We get a call like 30 minutes later from his sister. Heath, what the fuck? He's in the hospital getting stitches. And I was like,
Whoops.
you shouldn't have been trying to hook up with your ex.
You should have
being
left.
aggressive and being pervy.
Baby, you can't be aggressive towards girls when there's a bunch of dudes around. Come on, let's be smart.
He was being really nasty with her. But that was my story.
Cool.
I like that story.
I like that.
And like, he was like one of the cool seniors, so all of his senior friends would like see me in the hall and be like, yo, what's up, flying knee? What's up, bro? And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'd get the complete opposite. Shut up, loser. Hits my books out of my hand.
Kick
we go.
rocks.
Kick rocks, squirt, scram, rat.
But yeah, that was like my only fight. That and then the one we had with Scott.
You had a fight with Scott?
No, me, you, and Scott at the den. That was the only 2 fights.
Oh
I've ever
man,
been
that
in.
was crazy. But that's for another podcast
Yeah,
because
that was
that
intense.
shit was wild. All right, so there's this really funny story that Matt told me of him going to some party in Texas where cops showed up and there was like weed involved, and you were like, "Please no, like I'm going to this school." Or like, what was that story? Because that shit is so fucking funny to me.
I don't think I've ever
because it's
told
such a
this.
Matt story. It's such a Matt story. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, I remember this story.
Can you
It
tell
wasn't
the
like
story?
a party. It was like a hangout. I get a text from one of my friends. And she says, "Hey, we're like chilling and like smoking weed in our backyard. You should come over." And I was like, okay, sure. I get there, and they have just been like hanging out in the backyard, these 3 girls, and they said, "Oh my God, one of our neighbors was like kind of like complaining at us and said something like really mean to us." And I was like, "About what?" Because we've been smoking weed. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And this backyard was like on the side of the house, like the house, like the back door of the house, like faced right into the alley.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we go inside, we like watch TV, and all of a sudden we hear this huge pound on the door, and it's like, "This is the police, open up." And I'm like, "What? Why are the police here?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh, flush the weed. Oh no, the cops are here."
The panic.
And I'm freaking out because I haven't smoked any weed. I haven't done a thing, and I'm getting associated with this.
And I'm not going to lose my scholarship.
So so we all like kind of like, one girl goes out with the cops, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not being associated with this. I went into one of the bedrooms, and I went into the bed, and I pretended I was sleeping.
Oh my God.
Okay? So I'm pretending I was sleeping, and then he goes, "Everybody in this house, come out right now." So those 2 other girls then go outside. I still decide I'm going to stay in bed and pretend
shit.
I'm sleeping.
Did you do the whole like you took off your clothes, you're under the blanket?
I think I took off my shoes. I can't remember. This was like 8 years ago.
I would have went the whole way. Made it really believable.
Yeah. And so and then apparently right when those girls went out there, he was like, "Where's that tall skinny guy that was with y'all?"
Oh shit.
And they go,
Matt's putting his clothes back on.
How did the cops see you? Where were they?
because they had been peeking through the fence when we were out there.
Oh shit.
And they go, "Oh, that's our friend Matt." He goes, "What's his last name?" And they're like, "King." And so I'm in this girl's bedroom, in her bed, act like I'm asleep, and I hear, "Matt King, get out here right now!" And I was like, "Oh my
Ooh, that
gosh!"
was first and last name.
And my heart, dude, was beating so fast. I felt like I was going to throw up. And I go, and he goes, he's like, "Where's the weed?" I go, "Sir, I do not know. I just got accepted to the University of Texas at Austin. Please, I don't want to be associated with this at all. I didn't smoke any weed, nothing." And he was just like, "Sit down," and made me sit down. And sure enough, there was like all this interrogation. I was like trying to do the whole like, "I know my rights. Are you detaining us, officer?"
Oh, he's that good.
It-
I just love how
I'm recording you.
I just love how he started with, "I just got accepted to the University of Texas."
Pulling the worst like white privilege card out on a cop. Dude, yo, I am not proud of this. But I was so
really
scared. I was so scared. Like I thought my whole college like career was going down the drain in that moment. And one girl took the blame, and I went to college. I've never told that story.
Oh,
out.
did she actually?
My parents don't even know that story.
Hold on, really? Did she get in trouble, like big trouble?
Well, yeah, she did like get, I don't know, it was like on probation. She got a ticket and stuff. One girl took the blame.
Were you actually smoking the weed?
No, I wasn't. I genuinely wasn't. I would admit to you right now if I was smoking weed. I have smoked
I believe-
weed.
I believe
I
that.
smoked
Yeah.
weed in high school, but that's what was so frustrating because I was like, I didn't do anything, so I don't want to be associated with this, which is stupid logic because I should have just been like, I didn't do anything, but I thought like I was gonna get away with it, like
She's
by
a good
sleeping.
friend.
Yeah.
I really respect that girl. Like she knew that these 2 other girls' parents would freak out, and she like knew like. And she sacrificed her own like career because like
Yeah, and
this
she was
could've-
going off to a big university
Yeah.
as well, and I mean,
You should reach out to her.
I'm still very close with her, but oh man, yeah, that story. But that was stupid. I was being stupid, and I was young. And
I have been accepted to the University of Texas. I just
know.
love that line.
I
It's
know.
so fucking
That was
funny.
just. I know. I cringe at that because, like, you know.
Are you
it's way-
detaining us?
I'm recording you.
I was an idiot. It was just the
I
first.
know my rights.
It was the first thing that came to my mind, and I was just trying to
so
play the whole
funny.
good kid card. So yeah, I can't believe you remember that.
No,
story,
I love it. That story is just so funny to me. It's just such a Matt story.
The point is,
Yeah.
y'all, be responsible when you are getting up to no good, because
Yeah.
you can't get in serious trouble.
My mom would always do this thing where she would give me the answer she wanted before, like in a question form. It wouldn't be like, "Are you doing anything tonight?" She would be like, "You're not doing anything tonight, right?" And that was every time she would word
And then
something, it
you're
would be like that.
You're not doing anything tonight, right?
Nope.
And I would be like,
Oh,
I
that's
guess
funny.
not. Everything that ever happened where I did do something bad, I covered it up so well.
Yeah.
And it was one of my friends that would fuck something up.
Oh.
I remember going to a concert and like we had drinks and we were out doing the thing and I covered my shit. I made sure to be responsible with it, not be stupid,
Always.
throw
And
trash away.
I was the same way too. I'd always make sure I got the story straight.
Yeah, I would have my tightened up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And one of my fucking friends in the backseat, you know, like a 6-pack of beer, instead of taking the whole thing out, he pops all the beers out of the little plastic ring and leaves the plastic ring in the back seat and then takes the beers out. So then now there's a 6-pack ring in the back seat. My mom's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Soda." Like, there's no covering
and you know
that.
what? You realize now how inconsiderate that was of them to do that. Because
Yeah.
they know how strict your parents are. And the fact that they would just be so fucking selfish and leave something like that back there is just...
Fucked up.
I
And
would never
It happened
do
all
that.
the time. One of my other friends, like, I didn't smoke weed. Everybody
Yeah.
thought I did. I looked the part, but I just didn't smoke weed.
I looked the part.
I was a long hair stoner looking.
Yeah.
Rock star.
I was a fucking rocker.
You're a partier. You're a fucking... Go ahead.
He was in the back seat and apparently was rolling like a joint of my mom's car. And there was like nugs of weed that fell out of his baggie onto the seat. I get woken up the next morning and my dad's like, "What the fuck is this?"
Jeez, and how do you even... Like, you can't...
And I'm like, "It looks like weed." Like, "Oh, so you're fucking smoking weed in mom's car." And it was like this huge thing. I'm like, "I didn't smoke weed." And like, obviously it looks like I'm fucking lying because there's weed. You know what I mean?
The first thing you
Yeah.
say is that it's not my weed. And it's not your weed. But
Right, it's not your weed. And it sucks because my friends were such fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do anything.
I experienced that still today, like not with me, but like with my little sister Hidayah. She'll have friends over at the dinner table. Like, you know how like my dad
Yeah.
and my stepmom it's just very strict, you know, like
Right.
we're just all eating dinner and her friends are over and her friends will just start
Just the
talking
shit they
about,
talk about?
they'll start talking about
oh
like,
my God.
"Are you going to that party tonight?" Yeah, but we're going to pregame. And I'm just sitting there. I'm looking at Hidayah and I'm like, I'm not saying like, "Oh my God, they shouldn't be talking like that." I'm like, for you, like to kind of disrespect, put you in that position where
Yeah.
you now our dad and stepmom think that you do these things.
Yeah.
When you don't do those things. And like, that's what hurts me the most, that your friends are not even thinking about that. And they
Crazy.
know your lifestyle.
I
Like,
always used to get so scared when my friends would come over because the shit that they would talk about in front of my parents, I would never in a million years dream of.
just think what's about to come out of your fucking
Well,
mouth.
those people are allowed to talk to their parents that way, so they don't think.
Yeah.
Like, it's
No,
a
but
respect thing.
you
should
remind
know.
them though. You always remind them,
Yeah.
but they always fucking open their mouth. It's
Stupid.
Crazy.
crazy. There was one time where I really screwed up.
For me?
Yeah, I said something to your mom, but I didn't realize I said something, and I think you got in trouble that night. I don't think it was anything that big of a
Oh,
deal.
well, it was when we used to go to the beach together and we would go get fucked
Stop
up.
right there. Doesn't that...
That's, yeah.
It's when we used to go to the beach together at night.
We used to like go to the beach, have like some beer sitting out.
Those were the funnest days.
It was the best.
the best fucking days when we would grab a 6-pack, go to the beach, and just get drunk.
And
just,
like, obviously, like I could never tell my parents we did that because,
yeah.
but we would come back and I just remember we'd have to cover up our trail.
Yeah.
And every time I would come home, my mom would do this thing where she would go to give me a hug, but she would go like this. And sniff as hard as she could. Every time I would come home and
gosh.
she'd give me a hug and do that, or if I'd come home and she was sleeping, I always had to wake her up and be like, "Mom, I'm home." just to let her know I'm
Oh
home
yeah.
safe.
Oh, you had to do
So
that
I
every
always
time?
had to wake her up, and she'd be like, "Okay, give me a kiss, good night." And I'd go to lean in for a kiss, and just like, you can't be doing this. It's so bad.
I just love the come here.
And she thought, like, that was one thing she thought she was being slick about. Like, I feel like that's what I would try doing.
Oh my god, Mr. Sar, you're fucking amazing. That shit is so funny.
Yeah.
My mom would do the complete opposite. She would make sure she's on the opposite side of the house because she doesn't want to know.
Hey, what's up?
She doesn't want to know what's going on.
Oh, shit.
But okay, that's the end. I really want to go on about this, but we should bring this podcast to a close. Make sure to tune in next week. We'll be continuing these crazy ass stories that Heath and I like to tell y'all about.
Mm-hmm.
We post our podcast every Monday on the Spotify platform, Google, Android, podcast app, all those fun apps. And then on Tuesdays, we post the video form, which is always a great time.
A lot of people can't wait to watch the videos, so they like to listen, get the entertainment in, start off the week right, and then watch and see what we're talking about and see all the fun stuff.
Yeah, like
so if
my
you want to
face.
do that. But thank you guys again for tuning in wherever you are. If you're in the car right now, you're at home doing your thing, washing some dishes, laundry.
If you're still drinking coffee, good job. You
On
should
your
be
way to
drinking
work,
coffee the whole
school.
time.
We just want to say we love you guys. Thank you for tuning in again. If you haven't left a review for our podcast yet, please make sure to do that. We really appreciate it.
5 star.
And guys, remember, we have an email if you want to send us some suggestions, stuff if you want to hear us talk about it. And
Zane and Heath unfiltered at gmail.com.
right.
Zane and Heath unfiltered at gmail.com. Tell us crazy stories, crazy situations, things you want advice on. Literally anything. We're all reading the emails. So
There you go. Well, all right, guys, get out there. Go have an incredible Monday, and we will see you guys next week.
everybody say bye. Say bye, Matt Moran.
Say
Bye.
Bye bye.
Woo.
Foot Vine.
Bye bye.
Bitch.